Hey folks, how's it going? I am just making some potions. Hope you guys are good. In this session we have moved to Elywnn. We're probably going to clear off the ends of Elywnn and then make a choice whether to go to Westfall or back to the Loch. We'll see. I will see you in just a moment. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to WoW Classic. This is Illandril, our Night Elf Druid on Thunderstrike EU. Hope you guys are super well today. It's a little late night stream. Oh, I say stream, video recording session, and we are back in Elywnn. Like you saw in the intro, I've just made a load of potions, and once I get some more Earthroot, I'm going to make even more potions. I've made quite a lot of healing potions. I know they're okay to make because I believe you can use them to upgrade to like the next level of potion. Yeah, so yeah, hope you're all good. I'm okay. I'm sorry about yesterday's hardcore episode. I was very tired. I was a bit all over the place, if I'm honest. I feel a bit better today. My wife, I mentioned that she wasn't well. She ended up staying off work today. It's probably going to be staying off work for the foreseeable. Luckily, she's off school anyway because, well, she works at a school and it's half term coming up. So she's off anyway, and hopefully she gets better by then. I'm probably expecting to get it because it's a really bad like illness, like flu or something like that. Whatever it is, it's not nice. But I've been working today. She's been upstairs in bed. I've tried to, you know, in the nicest way, you know, not like try and catch it, you know, by staying downstairs and stuff. But you know, you're living in the same house. These things are gonna happen. So yeah. Anyway, enough about gross medical stuff. Hope you guys are good. Get some Earthroot here. Looking actually excited to get back on Illandril and keep going with her on this lovely little journey. If you're new to the channel, this is the kind of stuff we do. It's chilled, relaxed, conversational gaming, you know, just like taking it easy, no rush. Whoa, something you can hopefully relax to. We also have a variety channel called Midi Plays Games, which is quite new. It's in an experimental phase. It may be that we end up putting all videos back onto midventures eventually. I'm just in that period where I just wanted to try something else. But yeah, we're playing Final Fantasy IX at the moment, which is just a beautiful game that I've... Oh, I forgot I'm a bear now. I can hit things, yes. But yeah, it's a load of fun. I actually did some off-camera stuff for Final Fantasy IX today in my lunch hour. A lot of the sort of repetitive side quests, which I don't think necessarily need to be on camera. Catching loads of frogs and chocobo stuff.
Generous.
So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I might end up recording a session after this actually, but I was just in a... Oh, okay. I was in an Illandril mood. Thanks for all the support on the channel and the recent comments, and people are still giving me feedback about, you know, the separate channels and stuff, and I really do appreciate it all. Like I said, it's still an experimental time for the channel. But, you know, at least we've got that there now. If we ever do, you know, if something more comes of it, fine. If not, well, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter too much, really. I've been going back and forth on it, really. I think even, like, before I started it, I wasn't sure whether it was going to be a permanent change. So, yeah. But I've got loads of... I've been flooded suddenly with wanting to play a load of different games, and I gotta be careful with that because I don't want to like spread myself too thin. Yeah, and end up, you know, not making any progress on anything. So in terms of classic and hardcore WoW, we're probably going to stick with Illandril and Midventures, the Troll Warrior. But I think there is space for maybe either getting back to the Cataclysm stuff or trying some Season of Discovery, just because the XP and leveling is a lot quicker. So it's not such as a, you know, we can make a lot more progress a lot more quickly. So I think that might be something we can look at. The one thing about myself and the channel as a whole is we don't really cover modern stuff. So when I say modern, I mean, you know, like a game's just come out and we do like a playthrough of it. It's not something we've really ever done, and I don't know whether that will ever happen. Because I'm not really on the pulse of modern gaming, if I'm honest. I tried that Atomfall recently, the new one, and it was okay. But I don't know what it is about me, guys. I just sometimes think modern games, they don't hook me the same. And I've got such a big backlog of amazing games to play. I'd rather focus on stuff like that. Getting a lot of Silverleaf here, which is good, and Peace Bloom. Okay. Ugh. God, even more. That looks like it's going to be an Earth route. Yes, it is. Nice. I think we can probably pop down and get Princess. That would be good. I just want to actually have a quick chat to you about WoW stuff, because I remembered someone sent me a mail recently about joining Honorbound. So, Honorbound, for any new people, was a guild that I set up, I think, initially on the original Illandril, and then we remade it when Happy started his journey in Anniversary WoW, and it was there just to be sort of like a community guild. Now, slowly over the time, it morphed into something more, and over the recent weeks, basically, I've taken a step back from Happy and raiding and stuff like that, but I've given over now. Guild master and all of that to someone else, so it's not my guild anymore, really. I'm technically still an officer, but I'm not really doing anything. I think I'm just being kept about because, you know, I was the founder. What a legend, thank you. Nice and easy there. Yeah, so, I mean, if you want to go and join it, you know, it's a great community there. They're raiding and all stuff like that. The person who's in charge at the moment is a good friend of mine, and I met them through WoW and is a viewer. I've mentioned them before. Their name's Kay. I'm sure if you've been in the live streams, you've seen them. It was previously Gaia. Gaia has also moved on from WoW. Also, still a good friend of mine. Still, you know, we've been playing a lot of Repo together. That new...
What can I do for you?
That new, like, what's the game called? Lethal Company. It's a bit like Lethal Company, but
light bless you.
I dare say maybe a little bit better. So yeah, there's been a lot of change there. And, you know, Illandril's not part of a guild at the moment. I don't think she will be. I think the plan is to sort of just keep her nice and solo. And maybe when we get into, like, the late 50s and stuff, we could always ask her to join and, you know, do some of those late dungeons. But I will set my stall out now and say that I don't plan on getting back into raiding once, say, Illandril gets to 60 or anything like that. We've talked about this already previously, that basically I'm not a weekly raider. I don't have an interest in raiding weekly. You know, my interests in WoW are very different from, you know, maybe a majority of players, I don't know.
Well met. Be careful.
I enjoy the leveling journey. I enjoy doing 5-man content. I enjoy doing 10-man content like UBRS and all stuff like that. But the strict regime, raiding, progression, stuff like that, it was fun for a while. And I had a great time with the guys and gals in Honorbound, but it's not for me. So if you still want to join and you're still looking for a great little group of community guilds who are starting to take things a bit more seriously now, more serious than when I was, not that I was ever in charge, but when I was sort of had more say in it. it was very much the officers who, and like especially Gaia, who really sort of took the girl by the scruff of the neck and got, we downed Ragnaros and Onyxia. I'm happy with that. I don't, I've seen all the other bosses in as well. I've done all those others, not when it was necessarily the most recent content, but I've seen it all, and I think I've said before, for me, Ragnaros is the big classic boss. I know it's not technically like the hardest raid, but as someone who grew up with WoW in 2004, for me that was always like, Ragnaros was the dude. So I'm glad that Happy got him down. Yeah, really happy with that actually, and I'm really looking forward to Illandril's journey now. Oh gosh, I'm worried that maybe the microphone's a bit quiet. Sorry about this. Is that any better? Oh, that might be a bit better actually. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm still here, I'm still playing WoW. If viewers want to play some WoW and some dungeons, I'm always up for that. For sure, it's just that I'm not going to be focused on raiding. It's just, it's not worth it for me. I'm most happy playing WoW, doing this. It's evening, it feels cozy, leveling, having a chat with you guys, and the other one is playing with my wife Kirst, leveling characters together, going on an adventure. Love it. Absolutely adore it. Maybe that doesn't make sense to some people, like, why would you just play it without the end game? Which is fair, I guess. But yeah, it's just why I enjoy it. You may have noticed some changes to the channel recently in terms of like thumbnails and also like length of videos. It's just something that I'm trying once again. I've tried to up my thumbnail game. Basically, a lot of the stuff that you've seen on Happy, even though it was like, I don't know, even though it had like the same like character and it was in a drawn style, it was, it was created by AI. And while I don't think they looked bad, they didn't look like some of those really, where some of it's really obviously AI because it's 3D and a bit weird and stuff. I think because it was in a sort of drawn style, it kind of maybe got away with it a little bit. Sometimes it looked a bit weird, but it started to not sit right with me that, I wasn't creating it, and I did like some of them. I thought some of them did look really good, but I don't want to rely on that. I don't want to become like an AI slop channel, as they call it. So yeah, I've been, doing, editing character models and, having them pose and then cutting them out, and I quite like that. And then in terms of the actual videos, I've been trying to cut out any of the more quiet bits. And the reason for that is, I've noticed it in this one, I've already been more chatty, but it helps me, it actually helps with my commentary, because if I realise I'm being quiet, it can kick me into talking again, and it also helps me commentate more, because I'm like, okay, I don't want these big silences while I'm doing stuff, let's talk about something, and it just seems to help. And I think it also helps with the flow of the video a bit more. It's not, it makes sense, you don't, if I'm quiet, just killing like all of these prowlers, for example, and I don't say anything, you don't need to see me kill all, how many, 8 of them, do you? Really, unless I'm talking about something, interesting, which, let's be honest, how often am I talking about interesting stuff and not a load of garbage? But do you know what I mean? I've actually really liked the flow of it. It's very basic editing at the moment, but I'm still growing as a creator, and I still want to make some more of that scripted content. I'm really happy with how the casual WoW video did. I think it's nearly at 2,500 views. I'm just fantastic. Sorry, I was just checking where my little Louis dog was, and he's down, sat with Scout, which is lovely. Okay. Oh, we've got, I'm guessing, earth root? No, one earth root, one silver leaf. Let's go grab that. Oh, I've got the sniffles, guys, I'll be honest. I've definitely picked up something. Hopefully I don't get super sick. I can't afford to be with the busy month that I've got ahead with work, but I've also, saying it's busy, I've also taken some time off this month, which is not something I would usually do, but I need to prioritise spending time with my wife and my family while while she's off. So I know I've got enough time to do it all, but usually I wouldn't take it off just in case anything propped up. But I'm just going to get into a position where I know I can leave for a week and then I can pick stuff back up and it'll be fine. Okay. This can always be a bit of a bum hole to do. Very often very often when I've had hardcore characters, that I've just played on my own, especially if they've been warriors, this can often kill you, this quest, because it can get out of hand very quickly. So we're going to clear as well as we can. Yep, that's okay. And then Come on. We'll heal up. We'll give ourselves a new one of them. We'll drink our new potions. Like so. We'll do another one of them. One of these. Into bear form. Yep. Knew we were going to get two, but we should be fine. We'll demo raw. Lovely. This is the benefit of splitting starting zones and covering a few. You just you just get ahead of the curve, don't you? It's really good. What level are we? We're level 12. Now, am I trained up? I've spent my talent points. Oh, we can get regrowth and stuff, but yeah. Maybe that's worth going to pick up. But especially level 14, yeah, that'll be really good. Okay. We are able to get the meat. Well, I say meat, the corpse. And get that, 420 experience. That's the weed number. Okay, let's look for wood and bears and wolves. So me and Kess, we binged watched something yesterday called Last One Laughing. Now I believe it's based on a Japanese TV show, and there's actually many versions of it now, all across Europe and North America as well. The premise is the same. It's basically, I think it was 8 comedians. From the UK, obviously depending on which version it is. It's comedians of that country, and they have to basically live together for 6 hours in not a little room, a nice room, with a kitchen, place to relax and stuff. And you're not allowed to laugh, and you get just basically, if you laugh, then the chances are that, well, you get a yellow card, and then you get a red card to say, you're out of here. And it was really good. I can't speak for the other versions of it, but obviously being from the UK, and the UK having a very sort of specific sense of humour, it was very nice. So think about what I've read about the British sort of comedy scene. It's so it's so entwined in sort of British game shows as well. You know, most game show hosts, and not game shows really, panel shows, yeah, like, I don't know, QI and Would I Lie to You and stuff like that. More often than not, is comedians, stand-up comedians. And I think because they've done so much TV and work together, it's a very close clicked community. Same with their Taskmaster, if you ever watch that. It's often, you know, those kind of people. And I feel as if that close-knitness really made the show a lot warmer than maybe some of the other shows. Just from what I've read, a lot of them were a lot more competitive in terms of, like, comedians would just run up to each other and start, you know, trying to get each other out. Like, there was a lot of competition and stuff like that. This felt like very cozy, like about just like 8 friends chatting to each other and having a good time. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then I would go for it. It's got it's got some of my favourite comedians in it anyway, but it's got one of my favourite human beings called Bob Mortimer. He must be in his 60s now. He was originally part of a group called Vic and Bob. Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer, who are just absurdist comedians. Like, just... They had this TV show called Shooting Stars, which was, once again, like a panel show. But it was absolutely just off the walls bonkers, just, like, insane. I loved it growing up. And then they... I guess they kind of dropped out of relevancy a little bit. But Bob Mortimer, he sort of... He didn't reinvent himself because he never needed to, but I think people appreciated him again. I don't know, and he was also on this TV show called... what's it called? Bob and... is it Paul? No. Oh, right, I'm going to have to check. Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing. Which is, Paul Whitehouse, who is another, like, old... not old, but early 2000s, 90s comedian. Who loves fishing, and Bob Mortimer, who I don't think did any fishing, but is a good friend of him. They did a fishing show, and it's one of the most relaxed, funny, heartwarming TV shows I've ever watched. If you can watch it, I can't recommend it enough. Like, it's not, even though they're comedians, it's not like a comedic show, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not written to be like, laugh a minute, ha 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 ha. But just because of the way they are, just because they're good friends and naturally good humoured, it just comes across it's so lovely. But I think that sort of got him back into the public eye, and then he started... Sorry, this is Bob Mortimer. He started going back onto, like, these shows and stuff, and I know, like, he had a really good performance in Taskmaster. And now he's in this show. And it was just lovely. I don't know why I started talking about this, but there you go. Mitty talks about TV shows he likes. Once again, as usual, struggling to find these piles of wood. I always struggle with this. This is something I usually let my wife Kirsty do for me. She's a bit more eagle-eyed when it comes to this stuff. Is this an earth route? It is. Okay, it is worth going to get it then. Worth route, you might say. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Can we get up? There we go. Oh, my camera's gone very orange. Looks like I'm sat in a fire. Let me see if I can... What's it without the colour correction on? Oh, it's a bit... The screen's a bit washed out. Hold on. Hold on, fellas and ladies. There we go, that's better. Okay, let's get our last bits of wood. Though I fear we still need a few more. 3 more. Oh, I tell you, this has flown by this episode. Nearly at half an hour. And I've been quite talkative. I might not even need to cut that much stuff out, which is good, which is nice. So yeah, I hope you're go away. I hope you're enjoying the sort of changes to the channel. I didn't want to completely like change, you know what I mean? Like suddenly you'd click a video and it'd be like, hey guys, welcome to the top 10 World of Warcraft, you know, stuff like that. I was never going to do that. But I think some like nice little changes while keeping the heart of the channel and stuff like that. Oh, now I've gone like very yellow. What is going on? Maybe I do just take the color correction off. But then I look like a flipping ghost. Come on. That's very dark. Bit lighter. You know what? Fine. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm not that bothered about my webcam, if I'm honest. Okay. We need a couple more logs. They must be about, yeah. There was one there. Oh, and then one over there. Brill. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. That's a fair few quests done, to be fair. So let's go hand these in. Go away, you silly doggy. Little fence strat here. If in doubt, jump over a fence. Ah, yeah. So we will hand this in. Oh, we've got to go do flipping red linen goods. I might go do that now, actually. Think that might make sense.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
And then over to God Thomas. Yeah, and then we'll head down there. And we might get the Maillock quest as well. Yeah, we may well do. Or does it appear after you've handed something in over here? I wonder. Just move me slightly there. There we go. Ah. Oh, I feel very... I don't know why. I feel very serene and at peace this evening, which is very nice. Has somebody been killing quest givers? Oh, come on. It did say Goldshy was under attack, didn't it? Right. What are we on? 28 minutes. Let's... It's just been farmed out. Yeah, right, okay. I'm making a decision because it sounds like maybe the Goldshire and that has been under attack. So I won't be able to hand quests in. What I will do, I will go and... Oh, he's back. He definitely wasn't there, was he? I'm not going crazy.
Need help? For the Alliance. Light
Thank
bless
you.
For the Alliance. Be careful.
Thank you.
Go with honor, friend.
Where's me thing? Stormwind, okay. What I'm going to do, because I know there is definitely a Maillock quest where they're all round and down here, so we're going to have to come back anyway. I am going to go and hand all that in. And in the next episode, I will probably meet you back around here. I will go hand in like Princess Must Die and stuff like that and all of that. And then we will go do the last bits. Maybe then go and do like Hogger and all of that. And then we will make a decision on our next steps, which it's either going to be Lochmadan or Westfall, depending on how it goes. So, firstly, let's get a nice little Illandril shot. I always forget which... Yeah, there we go. So it's that one. There we go. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Illandril. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Love you lots. Stay safe out there. And bye for now.